It's kind of a nightmare, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You gotta deal with it.
A nightmare. That is the general consensus on turf play among the best of the best at the Women's World Cup. There was not a single blade of grass on the field for the U.S. versus Australia game Monday, nor will there be for the entire tournament. The Women's World Cup is the first World Cup ever to be played on turf. So what's the big deal? Former U.S. national team member and Fox Sports analyst Kat Whitehill weighs in.
You're going to see a lot of different types of injuries that, it's more common on, this turf. I mean, you're going to get turf burns. You get grass stains, and those hurt, but turf burns are they sting. It's really hard on your body. So recovery takes a lot longer to do, especially if you're an older player like Abby Wambach, where the ground is just harder.
And all the tournament fields, 6 surfaces in 6 cities, are made of recycled tires, which according to reports have already reached roughly 120 degrees during gameplay. Players have long complained about the effects of turf play. The U.S.'s Sydney Leroux and Sam Kerr tweeted out these graphic images of the injuries on their bodies citing turf burn in 2013. And just a few weeks ago, New Zealand's Hannah Wilkinson added to the criticism. But it also affects how the game is played. 1999 Women's World Cup Championship head coach and Fox Sports analyst Tony DeCicco had this to say.
If it's wet, if it's raining, the game gets very fast. And the bounces are never as true as in a very good manicured grass field. The heat is a major factor, but the temperature at field level is over 120 degrees. So they're not taking that into consideration.
In 2014, Abby Wambach and other players from Germany, Brazil, and Spain filed a lawsuit demanding FIFA and the Canadian Soccer Association install natural grass in the arenas. But the lawsuit was later dropped. And FIFA's reasoning for going with turf? They say Canada's grass pitches do not recover from harsh winters and the lack of sunlight until about July or August. The age-old question still at play: is there a bias against women's soccer? The 2014 Men's World Cup was played on grass, and no major men's tournament have ever been played on turf.
We don't get seen as much as the men do on TV. Our leagues are still a work in progress, and that's understandable. But every 4 years, we have this opportunity where the whole world is focused on women's soccer. I think is really, sad for them not to care enough to make sure that the women's game is on equal ground as the men's.
For its part, FIFA says the executive committee's decision to approve the proposal by the Canadian Soccer Association and its NOC to play the competition on football turf was not based in any way on gender. There is no significant difference in the overall incidence, severity, nature, or cause of match or training injuries sustained. For now, soccer players at the Women's World Cup may have to second-guess whether to go for the game-winning slide tackle or the diving header, since the result may include bloody elbows, knees, and hip bones. The hope among some is that this will be the first and last World Cup ever played on turf.